Hey guys, allow go to find this. Welcome you guys. Find devices. This will allow you to select from and display content on them. If it don't allow. Hey you guys, happy Sunday. A little message popped up and I was trying to read what it was. Happy Sunday, you guys. Welcome. I didn't know if I was going to be able to come on here because we had a storm come through here, but it passed and all is well here. So welcome, you guys. Happy Sunday. Let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly. Let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly. I want to know. I see everybody's getting the alert to come on. Welcome. Can you hear me and see me, Michael Kelly? Can you hear me clearly, you guys? Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday, you guys. Thank you, Sheree Smith, for telling me you can hear me and see me. When you come early, you're the help crew, right? You got to tell me if you can hear me and see me. So, yay! Welcome, you guys. Thank you. Let me know where you're from. I always have to know where you're from. Tell me where you're at. Where are you watching from? We got about 3 minutes to get started, so we'll let everybody get the notification that I'm live right now. Yes, we have Houston, Texas. Come on, Texas. So y'all have a big auction coming up, not next week, but the week after. April comes in on a Monday, and I think April 2nd, or maybe April comes in on a Tuesday. I don't know, the first Tuesday of the month. The first Tuesday of the month, big auction day, Georgia, Texas, all of those. So we got auctions next week. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about delinquencies. We'll talk about, and I'll try to answer all the questions that you guys want me to answer. Y'all know I have a pre-foreclosure masterclass coming up on Thursday. You guys, you can watch all of my masterclasses on YouTube, right? All the replays are up. You can watch them. This masterclass on Thursday is a paid masterclass because I'm giving y'all like all these resources and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be really good. Pre-foreclosures, marketing, all that kind of stuff. I'll give you a list of like foreclosure trustees. I think like 20 of y'all have already signed up for the masterclass. So I'm excited about Thursday. I've been working on it all weekend. Y'all get foreclosure trustees, y'all get bank like scripts when you get on the phone with banks. If you work with pre-foreclosures, then a lot of times that homeowner wants you to get on the phone with the bank. So I've given you that. What else y'all get? I'll probably throw in those foreclosure letters because a lot of y'all like the foreclosure letters. But I'm going to give y'all a whole little toolkit to get you started on working with pre-foreclosure. So the masterclass is Thursday, the 27th at 7 p.m. Central. The link is down below if you want to sign up. Shout out to everybody that has already signed up for it. You guys, we got about 1 more minute. Yes. Look at you, Sheree. You won't even let me get to it, Sheree. I'm just kidding. Maybe y'all, not you, Sheree, but y'all should see my inbox about mentorships. Y'all, April's mentorship is open. It's a 5-week mentorship. It'll start the first Wednesday in April and go all the way through. The link is down below. Edie, you haven't missed anything. We just started talking. It's 7 o'clock. Hold on. Let me do my intro real quick. You'll have to let me know where y'all are from. Welcome, everybody. Come in. Let me do this intro in case you are new here and this is your first time seeing me live. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. So I'm Ashley Pickens. I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee. I've been in real estate since 2006 as a real estate agent. Then I became a real estate broker over a firm. And then I became your auction mama about 8 years ago, 7 years ago. I started auctioning off foreclosures for the banks, and that is what I do. I am the one that says going once, going twice, sold at the courthouse. That is what I do. And then I started just sharing everything that I learned with y'all. I started doing master classes. I started recording videos. I think still my number one, but I don't know. I done had some other videos get a lot of views, but welcome. My number one video for a long time was how to buy a house at the auction. It's still on YouTube. You can still go watch it. That got me the most views out of all my videos. And I just talked about how you buy a house at the auction. A lot of it is still, I would say, hush, hush, underground. Everybody and their mama knows that they sell properties at the courthouse, right? Everybody knows that they auction off houses at the courthouse, but most people do not know what time, what houses, how do you pay, none of that. What properties are going up for sale? Y'all don't know that, right? But everybody has heard that they auction off properties at the courthouse. So I just started sharing information with everybody, right? About how to bid, where to find them, due diligence, all that. And then I became your auction mama. Look, you guys, I even put it on my little cup. Auction mama. So, and then I started doing YouTube videos. So, yeah, and I do master classes. All of my master classes, you can watch them for free on YouTube. Go under my videos. I did an REO, pre foreclosures. I think I did a tax lien versus tax deeds. Did I say REO? I've got plenty of Oxford, Mississippi. Welcome, Clark. What's going on, Clark? I don't know, Clark. I always be excited to see you. I feel like you've been like with me forever. Welcome, YouTube Unfolded. So that is when I kind of come on here on Sundays and we talk and I answer your questions. And that's what we do. So, like I was saying before, so if you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, I appreciate you. I'm here to learn like always. Yes, I know, you guys. We had a tornado sirens were going off like an hour ago. And I was like, oh gosh. I was like, we'll see if I can still go live, but it's all good. Tornadoes are gone. So we're here. I see you, Anthony, down there. Welcome. So like I was saying real quick, and we'll jump in. We've got a masterclass on Thursday. You guys, I know you're like, Ashley, it's paid. Yes, this is my paid masterclass. All my other masterclasses are free. This one on Thursday is all about pre-foreclosures, because a lot of y'all, that's what y'all want me to teach you. And I give you a list of like all the foreclosure trustees, because that is what y'all want. Trustees, bank scripts, foreclosure letters. I give you like a little toolkit to get started. So it is this Thursday. Yay, Priest Brooklyn. Shout out from the big screen. Like just like somebody would do on a Jumbotron, isn't it? Wave. I'm just kidding. But so masterclass this Thursday, 7 o'clock. The link is down below. Sheree asked me about the mentorship. What's up, Mike? I knew you were going to be someplace crazy in Vietnam. Shout out to Vietnam. So the next mentorship starts April. We've got a 5-week mentorship coming up. Mentorship has been so good. I don't know. It's, so all the links are down below. If you go to the masterclass on Thursday, then you get a discount on the mentorship. Like what you pay for the masterclass is subtracted from the mentorship, right? So, so whichever you want, all the links are below. April is a 5-week pre-foreclosure mentorship. I teach you how to find foreclosures. You just become a foreclosure expert. Offers, contracts, how to talk to banks, how to talk to homeowners, all that. Thanks. Check the contract that's down there. He's in the mentorship too. So that's what's going on. All the links down below. All the links down below. So let's jump in. Let's talk. It's the end of March, you guys. Can you believe it? Like this is the last full week of March, last of the first quarter. We're about to go into the second quarter. I hope y'all have been working and reaching out and doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, you guys. So let's jump in. If you have questions, you guys, welcome, Joan. So we got Texas in the house, Greensboro, Oxford, Vietnam. Yes. Let's see. I was checking all to see where everybody's from here. And let's talk about some foreclosures. Houston, Texas. I see y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I try to have a little itinerary, but I always get off. Welcome from Massachusetts. What's going on all the way up there in the Northeast, you guys? So let's jump in. I found a good article, you guys. Hold on. Because first I got to teach you, update you on foreclosures because they act like there are no foreclosures going on in the world. Everybody is current on their mortgage and everybody has tons of equity in their house. Au contraire, mon frere. That is not the truth. So let's go through our normal screens. You guys, you know how I like. Kia, hi there. Look at me. Hi there. Like I'm like My goofiness surprises me sometimes. Come on, Georgia, I see you. They lie. They always be lying. Look, they be lying. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Y'all know what to do. Y'all gotta blink when you see my screen. Um, and if you don't see it, be like, Ashley, I can't see it. It's a black screen. So let's go through. Let's just catch up on some data. I'm gonna share my screen. Harlem, come on, Harlem. That's what I'm talking about. Up there in the northeast. Can y'all see my screen? Y'all see my screen? Yes? Blink if you can see my screen. Ocala, Florida. Thanks for blinking, Joan. Thanks for blinking, Robert. Agent Dawkins. How do I say it? Ocala. Ocala. Everybody blinking. Look at everybody blinking tonight. Rhode Island. That's what we got the Northeast representing. It's East Coast time over there, isn't it? I won't talk too long. Okay. Amato coming down there from Florida. Okay, you guys. So y'all know I like Adam. Let's just go over hot spots for foreclosures in case I call out your city or state or a place that you're interested in. Let's go over it real quick. Okay, good. I did good on my pronunciations because baby, sometimes I be butchering those cities, don't I? Sometimes Cuyahoga and Bear, but Bear with an X in Texas. Because I was like Bexar, and y'all like it's Bear with the X is silent. I'm like, okay, my bad. Who knew the X was silent? So let's talk about it real quick. I won't read the whole thing. I won't call on anybody to read out loud, but if I could, I would. So let's see. We've got 32,383 properties with foreclosure filings. If you are new here, you guys, I always tell y'all the foreclosure process is 3 phases. Some of y'all know this by heart because I say it all the time. I drop the article in the chat if you want to read it. But 3 phases to the foreclosure process. The homeowner gets behind on their mortgage. They file that notice of default. That's the first filing. Then their auction is scheduled, second filing, and then the property is repossessed. That's REO right there. Okay, 3 filings in the foreclosure process. So we have 32,383 properties somewhere in the foreclosure process for February. So let's keep reading. Let's see where they are. Lenders repossessed. What do we call those, class? When a property goes up for auction and does not sell. We call those what, you guys? It goes up for auction, doesn't sell. I should see like, there we go. Thank you. REO. There we go. Y'all do learn from me. There it is. That's right. We call them REOs, real estate owned by the bank. Good job, you guys. Shout out to all y'all. Lenders repossessed 3,031 properties in February. This says up about 2%. States that had at least 50 or more REOs and saw the greatest annual, well, those are declined. So states that are down, New York is down, South Carolina, but some of them that are down are up too. So you guys, you like, what? New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. Let's talk about the ones that saw the greatest numbers of REOs. Chicago, Illinois, Houston, Texas, St. Louis, Missouri, Detroit, Michigan, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Where do you find REOs? That's HUD Home Store. We'll walk through it, but I'm going to tell you real quick. No, Melanie, we knew what you meant. HUDHomestore.com, HomePath.com, HomeSteps.com. VRM Properties. That's another REO site right there for you. Bank owned. You can use traditional financing. You can do an inspection. You can do all of those things with REO properties. So highest foreclosure rates overall. These have been the same states for the last 3 years. So let's see. States with the highest foreclosure rates were Delaware, Illinois, Nevada, New Jersey, and South Carolina. You see how South Carolina on the high list and the low list? They just be making up stuff. Okay, we're talking about cities with the highest foreclosure rates. Modesto, California, Lakeland, Florida, Columbia, South Carolina, Chicago, Illinois, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Other than Chicago, among the metropolitan areas with a population greater than 1 million, y'all better be glad I can read. Your girl can read. They used to always call on me in class to read because I was one of them kids that could read. Those with the worst foreclosure rates: Las Vegas, Nevada, Riverside, California, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Jacksonville, Florida. Woot, there it is. Let's talk about foreclosure starts. Did I call on any of y'all cities? Any of y'all? And I saw Houston, Texas on there. Let's see. Lender started. That's that first filing. The homeowner gets behind and they file that notice of default um, on the property. Lenders started the foreclosure process on 22,730 properties in February. Those states that had 100 or more foreclosure starts. That's New Jersey up 78%, Colorado up 58%. Iowa up 57, Georgia up 42, and South Carolina up 29%. We're almost finished, you guys. And cities with the most foreclosure starts. That's New York City, Chicago with 1,300, Houston, Texas with 1,050, Philadelphia with 743, and Dallas, Texas with 651. We're talking, so those are, you're talking about foreclosure starts. Those are like your, I'm not gonna call them pre-foreclosures, but that's when you need to reach out to the homeowner before that auction, before the property goes up for auction. Those are what most everybody wants to their target, right? You want those people before they go to auction when you can deal directly with the homeowner, because you have to talk to the homeowner all the way up until the auction. Y'all are like, Ashley, can I call the foreclosure trustee? Can I call the bank? No, you need to call the homeowner. They are still the decision maker in this process. Then when it goes to auction, you go to the auction, right? And then if it does not sell and reverts back to the bank, then you buy it as an REO. Y'all got it? Pre-foreclosure, foreclosure starts, homeowner, auction, your auction mama. Then the third step, you talk to the bank as an REO. Y'all with me? That's how you buy them, okay? Houston will be your target market. Come on, Houston. You got a lot of Texas. You're near Riverside, California. So, you guys, I found this article. Get this, you guys. Y'all know, because I'm always reading and looking, and they keep contacting 2 days before auction with me. That happened to me too. A lady called me on the 18th, and I said, when is your auction? She said, the 20th. I was like, the 20th? And she was like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, so at this point, and if you don't know and you work with pre-foreclosures, um, masterclass on Thursday, y'all sign up for it if you want to learn everything, or the mentorship in April. But anyway, I digress. I said, I was like, well, we only got 48 hours. I was like, let me be honest, like, you're probably going to have to file bankruptcy. She said, you got to have an income with bankruptcy. I already tried that. I said, oh, so I was like, so what is your plan? I'm like, are you gonna, like, when you call the bank, what do they say? I was like, can you do a modification? She said, with the modification, they want to see your income, and I don't have any income. And I was like, oh, and I don't want to sell. Oh, okay then. Well, I guess we can just let the Lord work it out. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what you've exhausted all my options. Uh, so I don't know what you want to do. So I said, well, maybe call them and ask them if they can postpone it. She was with Rushmore Mortgage, and another guy called me and he said he was with Rushmore Mortgage. And I guess this is a servicer that is buying, you know how they sell your loan. Rushmore is one of these that's welcome from Houston Pirate Justin. Rushmore is one of those that's servicers that's like FAFO. Y'all know what FAFO stand for. They just look, I'm trying to do the acronyms. They just DGAF. Don't give AF. Cause everybody who calls me who deal with Rushmore, like, they not trying to work with me. And I'm like, ooh, you should have called me 2 weeks ago when you got my letter. And she was like, I got your letter and I just had it and I didn't call you until 48 hours before your auction, ma'am. Maybe y'all be thinking I can walk on water and turn water into wine. Goodness. I tell you, I don't goodness. I'm good, but golly. And you don't even have a bit of equity. That's I'm like, golly, y'all, you know what I mean? It's a lot of people in foreclosure that just bought in the last 3 or 4 years. It's a whole bunch of them, and they don't have any equity. So if you are a real estate agent and you know how to short sell, baby, get your certification on how to short sell because that's what you're gonna have to do. So let me show you this article that I just found it. That I mean it just came out by hold on. Let me find the one that I want to share with y'all. Y'all, it's somebody in my mentorship. Kia, is it Kia? Who in my mentorship that's working short sales? Y'all, Kia in my mentorship, I shared her before. She had 82 BPOs last week. Kia, you on here? 82 BPOs, you guys. 82. If you don't know what a BPO is, it's broker's price opinion. When a homeowner gets behind on their mortgage, they will send an agent out to kind of review, look at the property, check for repairs, see if it's occupied, see if it's vacant. 82 last week alone. Y'all, if y'all don't think the foreclosures are coming, but I think it's one of those things where I keep telling y'all, like, I think the banks are like, if we flip the switch and start pushing foreclosures out, or if they're like, if we let the plug out the drain, y'all know what I'm saying, the plug out the tub, you know what I mean? And open, y'all, mm-mm, it might be disastrous. But Kia's in Virginia. Yeah, she's in Virginia. If they open them floodgates, y'all, maybe let me say this, and this is how I talk in the mentorship about this. Like, you guys, real estate market, it's like the circle of life, right? People born, people die, right? Real estate market, people buy, people sell, people lose their home. That's how our real estate market works, right? It works. And if you get behind and you lose your home, they spit your house back out, put it on the market, you get a chance to rebuild and go on and keep going. After COVID, we cut off like the whole arm of our real estate market. We cut off foreclosures, right? You can't do that. You guys, like, we've got people who, Ariel, welcome. Ariel is a powerhouse down there. Down there, Ariel's a powerhouse. She was in Texas. Ariel's in Texas. She's gonna be your REO specialist down there in Texas. Boom. Um, what was I gonna say? So we cut off a whole channel of our real estate cycle. So you've got, like, imagine a pipe just trying to hold back millions of people who have not paid their mortgage, like, have not paid it. They keep getting pushed in this cycle of modification, refinance, forbearance, bankruptcy, modification, forbearance. Y'all, a whole millions of people have not. I mean, if we would have, I get it, COVID, everybody needed a break. I'm not being insensitive to that. But there will be consequences for having 9 and 10 million people in foreclosure. You know what I mean? 9 and 10 million people in foreclosure. You guys, 9 and 10 million people who are behind on their mortgage. Y'all, we could have pushed some of these houses out and they would have been more affordable for people to buy houses. We could have pushed them out and they could be rebuilding their life. It's plenty of people who, and I'm not being insensitive. You know this. Y'all know me. I lead with love. You know that. But it's plenty of people who went through foreclosure and have rebuilt their credit and gone on and bought another house. And y'all, now these people are like, a lot of them are stuck in their house because you got a modification, right? You did that. Now they put all your past due payments on the end of your loan. You got a 40-year mortgage. You're upside down. You can't even sell your house because you upside down on your house. Like, I don't know. It's like when you just keep trying to, just figure, I don't know. You know what I mean? We're gonna put a band-aid on it. Okay, that'll stop it. Okay, we'll do forbearance, we'll do a deferment. Okay, we'll stretch out their payment. Y'all, look, Push these houses on out here, please. That would make other houses more affordable if we would have some foreclosure. I feel like if they would have pushed them out when they should have pushed them out, you know what I mean, after they came out of the moratorium, then we might been okay. But now we've been holding on to these people for 5 years. It is people who have not paid in 5 years since COVID, right? So it's like, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know I get all in my head about stuff like that. But you ain't paid in 5 years. Like these people are getting reinstatements amount for 130. Like I'm like, call the bank and see how much you owe. $130,000. 130. How you? Okay. So I mean, it's just like been adding up and building up, and now we got this millions of people that are just sitting ducks. And I think the banks are like how much longer can banks hold on? How much longer can banks hold on if people not paying their mortgages, right? Banks gonna start collapsing. Banks will start collapsing. And I think that's why banks are like, just look, these banks are like homeowners. Some of them, no shade. Like if we just don't talk about it and we don't look at it, we just it'll go away. Like, no, that's not how it works. Yes, Kia. There you go, Kia. I knew she was on here. Shout out to Kia with her 82 BPOs. How many did you have last week, Kia? Last time we checked, when I checked in with you on Wednesday, you were at like 45. Kia, Abriel, Anthony, all of them in the mentorship. Y'all should come. Look, y'all should come. It's a good time. Okay, so let's talk about this article because I can get off real quick. So I just found this art. Okay, hold on. This is not the recent one. Hold on. Let me find the recent one. Hold on. Let's go. Here it is. March 21st. This one just came out. I'm going to drop this in the chat for y'all to read at your leisure. I dropped it in the chat so y'all can read it for yourself. So let's talk about this. You guys, check this out. So let me read. I'll try to read so y'all can understand. First of all, FHA mortgages accounted for 90% of the 131,000 rise in the number of delinquencies. Right now, it's FHA and VA loans that are going into default. I think we got 12%, 12 or 13% of FHA loans are in default right now. Over 10%, you guys. This number keeps going up. My heart goes out to everybody in California. 4,100 homeowners in Los Angeles are now past due as a result of the wildfires, up from 700 in January. But let me be completely honest with y'all. Y'all know I always say this. If my house burned down and insurance wasn't going to insure me and insurance had dropped me, look, I don't know what I tell. I'm not promising you I'll probably keep paying that mortgage. You know what I mean? But I know investors are coming in offering money. I don't know. You just do what's best for you, right? And I know a lot of them, it's going to take years to get building permits to build again. You know, that's just hard. You got a family that you're trying to take care of and worry about this house over here that you can't rebuild. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So this, hold on, let me preface this by saying this is not ICE, that ICE, but y'all know it stands for Intercontinental Exchange, not that ICE. Intercontinental Exchange, and they report a lot of mortgages. So let's go back up. But what I was going to say is sometimes I don't believe their number either. I don't believe their numbers either, to be completely honest with you. Do I believe anybody's numbers? Who do I believe the most? Who do I think is the closest? HUD, Deeds.com. Deeds.com is the one that I'm believing the closest to. Deeds.com reported 6 million renters and 9.4 million homeowners. I think that's closer to where we are. I'm thinking we're at least at 10 million homeowners behind on their mortgage. I appreciate the numbers, but I don't really believe them, honestly. Okay, so let's look at here. Data as of February 28th, total U.S. delinquency rate, loans 30 or more past due, but not in foreclosure, 3.53%. Total U.S. foreclosure, keep going, hold on, we'll get some numbers. Total U.S. foreclosure starts 33,000. Was that what Adam had? Adam had 32, didn't it? They all pulling from the same place. I think Adam had 31,000. Foreclosure sales, those are REOs, 5,600 across the country. Foreclosure sales, REO properties. Adam didn't have that many. I think Adam had 3,000. Hold on. Because y'all don't know what to believe when you read these articles. Everybody got different information. They sell their information to different people. Lenders repossessed 3,031. They got foreclosure sales 5,600. Number of properties that are 30 or more days past due but not in foreclosure. They've got 1.9 million. I don't believe that number at all. I don't believe that number at all. At all. That's entirely too low. Month over month change, 28,000. So it went up 28,000. Year over year change is 131,000. So from this time last year to now, I don't believe them numbers. Number of properties that are 90 days or more past due, but not in foreclosure, 500. Ooh, I know that number is wrong. I know you're like, Ashley, is that how you read articles? This is how I read articles. Lies, not truth. That's not the truth. This isn't the truth either. I know you're like, golly, Ashley. So, number of properties that are 90 or more days past due, but not in foreclosure. I think that number is much higher than that, for sure. For sure. Number of properties in foreclosure, pre-sale inventory. So pre-sale inventory, is this like pre-foreclosures? Like auction is scheduled? They'd be making it confusing. Hold on, y'all see y'all in the chat. Class said 8.9 million, some kind of forbearance as of, yes, Kia. So there we go. Kia just came out of an RE certification class. She said in her certification class, they said 8.9 million in some kind of forbearance as of 2024. We all need to boycott purchasing home for the next, force these sellers to bring these prices down. Y'all just better negotiate. Y'all know what I say. How low we play in limbo? How low can you go? Why pay on land with house that is ashes? I know. I don't know. To each its own. You think so? Oh, okay. Mike, I read your sentence wrong. I thought you said he will bail them out. I was going to say he ain't the type to be bailing folks out. If anything, you see, they have fired everybody at FHA, all FAA, the heads of those company, FHA, yeah, fired all of them. I said that's just the beginning. They're gonna start firing. They want to get rid of. They want to make it privatized. Is what they're trying to do. Get rid of FHA and all those places, right? So they can make it all privatized. Baby, let them do that. The foreclosures are going to be pushed out. If they do that, here come the foreclosures for sure. So how are people bailing these foreclosures out? Short sale, buying to pay off the loan balance, taking over their payments. I think it's a combination of all the things, right? It's a combination of all of those, depending on where they are in the process. If they're upside down, if they just bought in the last 4 years post-COVID, you need to short sell them. Or I guess take over their payments if they got a low interest rate, right? What's that subject to? Or you need to short sell them if they have some equity and they are behind, then you can buy it, from them. You can do that. I guess it just depends on where they are, Homes destroyed in the Palisades, fire had insurance, and the average home was worth, they are included. See, I don't know the game plan for people in California. I just think everybody needs to do what's best for them. If it's better for you to sell it and take that money and take care of your family, do that, right? If you can hold on to it and you feel like you want to rebuild and you can afford to do that, I guess you do that, right? And you can afford to wait that time. And with life, with everything in life, I feel like you do what's best for you. That's how I feel. And people in foreclosure, do what's best for you. I don't care if you bought the house last month. If you can't afford it today, sell it and get rid of it. So, how long a delinquency till a house is in foreclosure? Does it depend on the lender? It does. It absolutely depends on the lender. If the lenders are pushing them out, if the lender is giving them time. And I feel like a lot of these lenders are really trying to work with homeowners right now. Like they are really, auctions are getting canceled. Y'all know I have auctions, they get canceled, they get postponed. They are really trying to work with homeowners right now. Oh, Anthony, driving to Denver, listening to your live. Well, keep your hands on the steering wheel. What's the thing? 9 and 12. Keep it on 9 and 12. 12 and 3. 9 and 6. Yeah, for sure. Keep emotions out of it. For sure. When it comes to that, let me finish reading this article for y'all. So I'm assuming pre-sale inventory is pre your auction, like pre-auction inventory is 211,000. Y'all know that's wrong. Wrong. Month over month change is 4,000. Number of properties that are 30 or more days past due or in foreclosure, 2.1 million. Number of properties that are 30 or more past due or in foreclosure. Don't believe that number at all. Not at all. Month over month change, 32,000. Year over year change, 130,000. Is this just for February? At February 2025 month end performance. I still don't believe these numbers, but you know what I am. Top 5 states. Bottom, okay, hold on. Let me read what these mean. Top 5 states by 90 plus days delinquent: Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, and Georgia. Clark and y'all down there in Georgia, I know y'all gonna creep up on this list. I know Georgia is gonna creep up on that list on foreclosures. Bottom, okay, so this is what non-current totals combine foreclosures and delinquencies as a percent of active loans in that state. Non-current totals combine foreclosures and if you're in foreclosure and if you were delinquent. Okay, because I'm like, what does that mean? Top 5 states by non-current: Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Indiana. It's a lot of y'all behind in Louisiana. And then bottom 5, and then top 5, 90 days: Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia. Top 5 states by 12-month change in non-current: New York, Hawaii, Alaska, North. Oh, they're negative change. Bottom change in non-current: Florida, North Carolina, Colorado, South Carolina. So this is what you want to look at. These are the people that are sued. Because I'm like, North Dakota, Alaska. So Florida, North Carolina, Colorado, South Carolina, and Georgia. This is, I'm sorry, y'all, my little highlighter is highlighting too much. We all know Florida. Y'all can't catch a break in Florida. So that article just came out. I wanted to share that with you. Did I click everything I want to say? Foreclosure starts and sales eased in February, but are up 34% from the same time last year as VA foreclosure activity resumed. Veterans and FHA. Boom. Those are our most at-risk loans right now across the country. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. I stopped sharing. Good evening. Florida's been on condos. Yeah, they're struggling in Florida. I had to fly to DC for work last Monday through Wednesday. Department. If they were going to fire us, they would have done it via Zoom. I work for a private company though. Well, good job. You sound like you're safe. You're safe for right now, Justin, because I know there's a lot of people who are not safe right now. Every time a meeting pop up on people's calendar with HR involved, they already know what it is. I got a new meeting on my calendar with HR. Just go on, start packing your bags up. So here's Warren Tracker. Let's see if these numbers start rising, which they are. Warren Tracker, if you're not familiar with it, it talks about all the companies that are laying off, right? And they say for now, that's right. Hold on. Window. Boom. That's right, Justin. Start building your portfolio though, right? Warren Tracker. There it is. Welcome, Cynthia. You haven't missed anything. We've just been talking and catching up. Would you purchase their particular condos? Cynthia, if I was going to buy something in Florida, you better negotiate it all the way down. because y'all got HOA, you have insurance, y'all got hurricanes. You know what I mean? Y'all got all kinds of things in crocodiles, everything in Florida. You know, just negotiate. Everybody. That is what I'm telling you. Negotiate. I know some of y'all live in um, a utopia where they're still bidding up houses, but for the most people across the country, um, the market is dried up right now. A lot of people aren't buying. So if I was in Florida, though, you got to be real careful in Florida. Um, Negotiate it down. Look, whatever your HOA is, like whatever your mortgage would be without HOA, I would deduct. Like I would get the price down low enough so HOA would be like what it my I don't I'm not saying it how I want to say it, right? But I would just make sure HOA was definitely included, not in your mortgage, but get your payment down low enough that you can pay your HOA because that's what's going to hit you. And then I saw that y'all passed something in Florida where they're not going to help with the assessments, the condo assessments. You know what I mean? So now now everybody's got to help pay the assessments on the condos. Y'all, that's what you got to watch out when you buy condos, HOA, and those special assessments. If you don't know what that is, that's like if something breaks down in your condo, they will like get an estimate for it, and then they will like split it up, and everybody's got to divide it and pay it. You know what I mean? There's a condo here that needs a new elevator, so they got an estimate for an elevator. Y'all know an elevator in a like 20-story building, that's like a couple $100,000. So then they divide it up with everybody in the um condo and y'all got to pay it, right? That's crazy. So I was thinking if you buy a condo, always ask to see like the HOA, like the bylaws, like the accounting, like all that kind of stuff. See if the fund is in the negative because baby, you're going to be paying for it once you get in there. So, um yeah, see, because some of these HOAs are in the negative and all that kind of stuff. The building, you know what I mean? You don't want to get a headache, and sometimes the sellers don't tell you that they just got hit with an assessment. It's like, why y'all selling? We just needed a little bit more room. No, you just got that assessment bill and you don't want to pay it. So you just make sure they disclose all of that to you. You know what I mean? So back to Warrant Tracker, you guys. So it looks like California, if you click on each state or you just hover over each state, it tells you how many people have been laid off. 17,000 people. This is the first quarter. We're just finishing up the first quarter here. 17,000 people, 4,000 in Washington. Texas got 7,000. Florida, 4,000. My state of Tennessee, New York. I believe we're going to see these numbers going off with all these federal people getting laid off, you know? So check out this site. I try to come back and just kind of see if the numbers are, rising. Mm, mm, mm. So, good site to look at. You know what I mean, you guys? Yeah. You can't have being independent. Let me see. Look at y'all. Let you stick to single family. You better stick to what's working, you know? I looked on daily job cuts, you guys, and I really didn't see anything. Blink if you can see my screen. Y'all know it's stuff going on all the time across the country. So, the HR pregnant Karen on the first floor with the monoxide priest. We're not gonna play with you tonight. um, let's see if there's anything worth us clicking on. Florida, y'all might get rid of property taxes. Okay, y'all know I'm not clicking on the craziness. Um, okay, let's keep going. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so if you've never been on here, this is Daily Job Cuts. It usually gives you like some good articles, popular articles. Shout out to them. They share my videos. When your girl puts out a video, I have not lately. What are y'all saying over here in the chat? That's right. Get your dream home in Spain. I'm telling you. So this side is like the layoffs, and this side is the businesses that are closing or filing bankruptcy, right? So DHS, 100 entire civil rights branch. Maine General Hospital, 100. They cutting 2,700 jobs. You just have to look and see where, because this could be a, cause and effect, part of the dominoes that are falling down everywhere. IBM doing some quiet layoffs. They're doing some quiet. They ain't telling everybody. The meeting pop up on your calendar. You just log in and you locked out. You just go to work and your key fob don't work anymore. They done changed the password and they're not going to give you the new password. Quiet layoffs. Deutsche Bank laying off 2,000 people. The bank's laying off because they're replacing them with AI. They're replacing everybody with AI at the bank. That's what Jamie Dimon said. Because I guess AI can predict those investment moves better than the human brain. Morgan Stanley laying off 2,000. So this is just where you can look, and you come over here on this side and it talks about the bankruptcy. See, bankruptcies on this side. Amazon laying off 14,000 people. So just a site just to look at and see. Walgreens is closing. Bankruptcy. USPS, United States Postal Service, 10,000 through voluntary early retirement program. Well, you guys, everybody just better hold on. Change coming. Change gonna come. So that's daily job cuts, something I wanted to share with you all. You wish I'm gonna be firing soon because that's so funny. Eating. So is Airbnb a bust? I'm hearing that they are in Airbnb. I don't know. They've been kind of silent lately, but from what I'm hearing is Airbnb, I don't know. You just better hope. Because a lot of people just bought houses based on being able to rent them out. And then now people aren't renting them out, or laws are changing so you can't rent them out. And look, if you was dependent on that money to pay that mortgage, I don't know what to say, friends and family. Okay, you guys, y'all want to talk auctions? Y'all want to see what's coming up for auctions this week real quick? How about that? Don't forget, we got a masterclass on Thursday, the 27th, all about pre-foreclosures. And I'm going to give you a whole list of trustee attorneys and foreclosure attorneys. It's the 27th at 7 p.m. And the April mentorship is open. And y'all, the spot's going to be limited in April because half the people in the last mentorship coming back. Kia, Abriel, Anthony, all y'all down there. Over there in the chat. I'm saying over there because y'all in the chat. Okay, let's see what's going up for auction this week, you guys. I'm working this week. Foreclosures in Alabama. You want me to show you where they are? Is that what you're asking me, or May? Where the foreclosures are in Alabama? Do you have Christiane on a class on how to read titles? To answer that question, no, I don't have a class. In my auction accelerator course, I do a chapter on titles, on how to read titles in the auction accelerator course. If y'all know a title company, somebody said a title company, drop it in the chat. If you got like a little title company that you like to use, like an online title company, drop it in the chat so people can, know what it is. But I don't have a masterclass on reading titles because I can read what I need to read, but I wouldn't say that I'm good at, like, an expert to teach it. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's go back to last week because we always like to check in on last week, you guys. This is an auction site, and I'll show you where to find some Alabama auctions and foreclosures. Ruben Lublin, we'll go to his site because he does Alabama. So let's see. So if you're new here, welcome. This shows auctions that are coming up and auctions that have passed. If you can look up here, it goes all the way back to April. You can see auctions from last year and every week, and you can see the results of them. So let's just look back at last week, you guys. Auction mile, I live in Chicago, and there's no foreclosures here. What is the secret? Did they just cancel it for good? Y'all got auctions in Chicago. Y'all got, I mean, then they might be like stuck up in the portal because they're not pushing them out. But y'all got auctions. We'll look at Chicago. We'll look at Alabama and Chicago. Okay. Um, this site, it shows the property address, the county. All the auctions are going to be at the county courthouse, except if you live in Boston where they are auctioning in their front yard, because Boston is very safe. It tells the time, it'll tell the opening bid or the postponement date or the cancel. If it's sold, it'll tell you how much it's sold for on this side. Okay, everybody following me? If this number and this number are the same, that means it did not sell. It reverted back to the bank and became an REO. Everybody with me? Everybody with me? Can you share? Oh, okay, there you go. Y'all are over there talking. That's what I'm saying. And when you got some investors in one room, y'all share information. So last week, let's see, lots of postponements. This is VL means vacant land, not a gang. Postpone. Look at all these postponements. Ain't nothing go. Look at that. Nothing. I told you the bank's not trying to foreclose. The banks are not trying to foreclose on people. This is LA, California. I mean, if they're in the fire zone, then they shouldn't foreclose on them. You know what I mean? Here was my sale. It did not sell. Vacant land, Irving Street. Let's see what this is in California for. And then we'll look at this week and see what's going this week really quickly. Oh, is it commercial? It looks commercial. Dirty Nelly. Not Dirty Nelly's up. Not up for auction. That's what it is. Dirty Nelly's is up for auction, y'all. I'm just kidding. Dirty Nelly, if you aren't here, I'm sorry. But that's what it was. I guess the restaurant is in foreclosure, not Dirty Nelly's. It's not funny. Stop laughing, everybody. Okay, let's keep going. Everything postpone. Okay, did this one sell? It sold for $1 over. Let's see. Opening bid was $315, $159. It sold for $315, $160. $1 over. Let's see. What do you look like? There it is. Not with the U-Haul. Opening bid was what, you guys? $315. And it's worth $348. I don't know about that one. Maybe that's why they just did $1 over. That's not a good enough spread for me. But there it is. It sold at auction for $1 over. Yeah. This is site for nationwide auction info. It is a good one. Cadilla 14. It'll show so you can see it's got some of them. You know what I mean? Some LA, California. We can look at auction.com and see that too. That's another good site. Here's one $68,290. It sold for $68,292. A couple dollars over. Let's see what the spread is on that one. Let's see. And then we'll look at this week's and see. Oh, wait, you guys, look at that one. What was the opening bid? $68,290. Y'all, Pat, look at that one. She didn't even clean up for her picture, did she, you guys? They just took the picture. That's okay. No, you want me to move the tire or the shovel? No, you don't have to move it. I'm just going to take the picture anyway. Okay. 68,000 was the opening bid. Globe, Arizona. Got the hood up. They probably like, just take the picture. We ain't moving nothing. We ain't cleaning up nothing. Got a truck in the back. I don't know about that one. But somebody bought it. I guess they got some plans for the trap house. So let's keep going. Let me see if anything else catches my eye. Missouri, St. Louis, LA, postponed. 121,500. This didn't sell. Let's look at this one real quick, you guys. And then we'll move on to this week. We will live in the present and not the past. Let's see, you guys. I hope y'all can see. I hope y'all ain't like it's frozen. You're right. I wonder if it came with the truck. You're going to say Fred Sanford's house. Y'all better stop. Here it is. Okay, this one in Benson, Arizona. Opening bid was $369, $371. Oh, they upside down, aren't they? When did they buy it? Calling all investors, great opportunity to obtain a, clearly I can't read, great opportunity to own a potential duplex for a future rental. Everything is in the future, isn't it? A potential duplex for a future rental. One side is close to being finished, and one side needs complete renovations. Owner will continue with the project until sold or it goes up for auction. Property is being sold as is. Whoop, and there it is. I don't know. The home last sold for $90,000 in 2022. Then they got another loan for $190,000. Then they went into default. And then it went up for auction. Okay, you guys, let's see. Let's go to today and what's going on this week at the auction. Let's see what's going on this week at the auction. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, Orange, California. Let's see what's on Bowling Green Street. Hold on. My computer is acting retarded. There we go. It's acting crazy. I'm sorry. Okay, for $999,500. Postponed to April 2nd. I want to see when they bought it. Y'all know that's what I'm looking at. Did I miss? Price history is unavailable. I'm like, did I miss where they bought it? Okay. There it is. Westminster, California. They got a Range Rover in the driveway. That's okay. Sometimes life be lifing. Life be lifing. You know what I mean, you guys? So, hold on. You got anything in North Carolina, Eastern North Carolina? Do you trust Zillow property values? No, we don't trust Zillow for anything. No. But I think you can do like a combination of things, like maybe look at Zillow, look at Realtor, look at Redfin, look at sold. For sure, look at sold. Don't look at like estimates or zestimates, right? Because they still showing where people bought the properties in 2022 and all that kind of stuff. So look at what's sold. Scroll down and look at what's sold actually over there. You know what I mean? Always look at sold. We don't ever look at active. Okay. Me either. Gotcha. Oh, that's an old picture, Brandon? Okay, good. There's still a lot of money out here, y'all. Rich folks spend over $6 million buying champion bulls that they payments are sitting in the drive. Look. How can I see Chicago's listing on that link? So this link, so they don't do all of them on MK. It's not every single auction, right? It's just a couple of them. So what I tell mentees and people, you guys, you got to find the trustees, go to auction.com. I'm going to show you. Don't worry. I've got you in Chicago. Don't worry. This is this week. Let me finish up here and then we'll go look at Chicago and some other places and I'll tell y'all where to find. So this is this week. Hold on. Let me start at the top. Let's see what's going on. I posted some of these on my Instagram page, Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. Let's see. There was a couple big ones. I ain't going to go through all of them, you guys. LA, Maricopa County, St. Andrews. Let me see. I didn't know there was a Dallas, Missouri. That doesn't mean anything that I didn't know, but I didn't know. Here's one, 4.3. Let's see what she looks like with a $4.3 million opening bid. Are you a beast? Oh, look at her, you guys. 4.3 million is the opening bid. Y'all know I'm always like, get behind on that mortgage payment. Let's see what she looks like. 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, over 7,000 square feet on the side of a mountain, on the rough side of the mountain, with overlooking a view. They look like they just renovated that one, didn't they? Got the wine closet right there. Come on. Look at all the things they did and going up for auction this week, you guys. Look at that. Let me see. When did they buy it? Let's see what it says. Opening bid is $4 million. There's one for 3, one for 7, one for 5. This is a rendering. This home is a showstopper. Almost 7,000. Oh, so maybe it was never built. Maybe they ran out of money. The master suite in this house alone is over 1,500 square feet. Oh, don't you hate it? You had big plans and they just didn't work out. They bought it. There it is. That's the loan that's getting foreclosed on right there. The one in 2020. They bought it in 2020 for $4.1 million. They also, so 2019, 1.0 million, then turned around and sold it for 4.1 million. And that's the loan that's getting foreclosed on right there. Opening bid is $4.3 million. So I wonder if it's built or if it's not built. I don't know. Let me reach out. 1 million. I see it. Yeah. I was trying to make sure I'm not missing any questions. So, okay, that was one for 4.3. Big and small, they all will fall. Don't ever think that they won't, because if you get behind on one of them mortgage payments, you got a $20,000 mortgage payment, you get behind on it. And that's all she wrote. Oh, it looks like it's another restaurant. That's what it is. The Mesa at Laguna Ridge. Hold on, is that what this is? 10371 Bruceville Road. Or is it a whole apartment complex? I think it's an apartment complex that's going up for auction. If that's the street name. This one, the Mesa, is going up for auction. The whole complex. They don't have an opening bid on it yet. That's what's going up for auction. That happens. That will happen. That will happen. Oh, here's one for 3.5, you guys. 3.5. Let's see what it is. 3.5.